Hello YouTube, how are you? I'm back with another video today. I'm going to be talking about the deep work that has really been such a transformation in the past couple of weeks for me, and it has been some nervous system regulation in order to be able to withstand overload, new identity, money, success, opportunity, all of this. And the amount of determination I have had prior to this work that I am going to share with you didn't get me much, you know? Trying to make it work, trying to grind, trying so hard. All it really did was break my body down. And as I got deeper into my feeling sensation about what was occurring within my body and the pain, I had to let go. I had my breakdown moment and I shed and I gave up. I gave up my life for what I was doing and I let go completely. And in my case, it was my job. For me, it was my job. That was my rupture point. That was the breakdown moment. I couldn't do work anymore. My hand was in excruciating pain. I was emotionally so tired and exhausted. I couldn't take on the old way of being in the nervous system that I was adapting into. So a rupture occurred. And through that rupture, I didn't know what was gonna come. I was just taking care of myself, going to the doctor, doing everything. And when I began to really prioritize taking care of myself, the creativity and the flow and everything that really turns me on in life came to the surface. And I was able to start my movement again. I was able to start building again in the direction that I've always really wanted, but never gave myself the ability to allow to come through, not purposely or anything, just because I was in the program of the culture. I was still coded. I was still deeply programmed in the 9 to 5 and the hustle and the push and keep going and going and going in a way that didn't feel good for my body and it didn't feel good for my soul. And it was very controlling and very toxic. And so I decided now that's not what I want to do, okay? I don't want to play by your rules. And something's happening here that I really like. Nervous system regulation is the key to quantum leaping. Healing your nervous system, right? And stepping in to the identity that you want to actualize as your experience. And I'm talking about your actual desire and your purpose, getting in touch with that desire, knowing that desire, and letting that desire move your body. And when you do this, your body becomes alive. It becomes a sensory experience. Your feminine energy comes to life and it can lead you into the direction of your dreams because she knows the way. She knows the path. And it has to do with pleasure. It has to do with sensuality, desire, sexuality, all the things that are just like, oh my god, are you willing to get on your fucking hands and knees and beep yourself into a different dimension in order to achieve your desired outcome? Tell me, are you? Because I am. And I want people around me that are. Because that's the way. That has given me the absolute biggest expansion, shift, and the violation of who and what I thought I was, and has stepped me into my soul's potential. So, nervous system regulation, it's such deep work, and it is really how you see all these millionaires and these people online and these big things happening. Their nervous system can handle the overload. Their nervous system can handle an overflow. Their nervous system can handle $1 million. Your nervous system, if you're listening to this video, is most likely not able to extend a certain amount, you know, has a certain life that it does, and isn't capable of knowing what that type of reality is like, because that reality is shown to you, oh, just manifest, oh, do this work, oh, do this work. But until you're actually in a nervous system that is able to take on that type of overload and success and abundance and wealth, you do not know what the fuck these motherfucking influencers are talking about. That was key for me. I said they don't talk about the amount of inner self-development and work you need to do to be able to even hold that type of experience in your reality without completely sabotaging it. So for a little bit about me, like, I've had a little bit of a success journey in my younger days, and during that time I was around 20 years old and I was getting blasted with overflow. Money, attention, success, work opportunity, travel, and my nervous system could not handle it. And what happened? I completely sabotaged the entire thing without knowing. My unconscious just completely came up and ripped it apart, like literally full on ripped it apart and put me in the same place I was growing up. It threw me back down to where I was. And I did inner work. I did a shitload of inner work through this process now, right? Starting when I was living over there, a couple of years there, a couple of years here. And now I got to this point with my inner work where it's like, it feels like I'm on a mushroom trip every single day doing this. The sessions I have, the pleasure sessions I have, the nervous system regulating, the releases, are you kidding me? Ripples, all different types of releases coming out of my body. And this is the deepest inner work I've ever come to know, because I'm finally at that point where I can handle it. I can handle it. And so I want that for you guys. I want to give that message very clearly, that without the inner work, these types of experiences in reality, it doesn't even fathom what that could be like. Like, it just kind of looks like, oh, they're so great, I haven't I inspired to be like that, but I'm just gonna go on with my day. No, in order to reach that and get the so-called manifestations and all these things that these people put out, your nervous system needs to be able to call that in, be a magnet for that, be safe enough for that, hold that, spend that, do what it needs to do in order to reach the goal and not sabotage its journey to get there. You have the steps, you have the skills, you have the money. It will literally, as you do your inner work, you will see you have everything. And now you're able to listen to guidance because you've discerned and learned how to do deep healing within yourself. So the healers, the guiders, the gods, they can help you heal, right? They can help you heal. and they can help you lead yourself. They can help you guide yourself. They can help you coach yourself. So it's like all these things come available for you when your nervous system is prepped and ready for them. And it's so freaking amazing. It's like, what the fuck, am I actually living this life that that I really have in front of me right now? It's so fucking amazing. And it really is a quantum leap, because your nervous system is what puts you in a different reality. That's what does it. It's not any manifestation, it's nothing. It's nervous system regulation, plain and simple. Is it easy? No. Does it take very hard work? Yes. Is it painful as fuck? Absolutely. But is it also pleasurable as hell? Yes, baby. And that's where we learn. That's what we learn to do. We learn to use whatever our journey has given us in order to reach that potential and to undo the decode within our body. And we do that through pleasure. We do that through desire. And we do that from actually getting in the body in a state of slow down. Slow down. Telling the body, you can bring stuff up now. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it. And the body releases. And it opens. And the body allows you to reach its core and its depth without holding back, without hiding, because it's safe now. It's safe to free itself. You want to think of it this way. When you have all this program from the culture, your beliefs, your parents tell you assumptions about who you think you are, identity built up, your body gets like this. Tension. And so through nervous system regulation and inner work, your body begins to open. And release. Because now it is the system of ability to release. The degree to how safe you are to allow for a release is also the degree of how safe you are to allow for overflow to come in. And as you undo yourself more and more, you begin to live your life. I love this term. Okay. Raptured by spirit. And your whole life just gets spiritified and absolute and intelligent and trustworthy and secure and capable. And you come alive. And that's what it means to live your soul-led path. The journey of the soul is an inner journey. And the inner journey reflects the outer. And that's a cliche that a lot of people say, but it's true. It's true. I've come to realize that my purpose is this. Is to help people with this. Help women with this. Because we need more conscious women. More freed women. More healed women. Not toxic women. Healthy women. Healthy, balanced polarity woman. Masculine and feminine, perfectly aligned woman. That's possible. That's what the world needs. I can't speak for men. I don't know. What I know is that I've had to be the safe awareness structure that can hold my feminine depth in order for me to heal. And I had to build a strong, strong bond between these two energies so that they can have true intimacy with each other. And through that was I really able to fully link off survival. The feminine feels so safe when she knows she'll be felt and held and allowed. Oh my god, my throat is still killing me from the other day. This book I'm reading is, of course I pick it up at perfect timing. I was going to be logical and masculine and working on my business here, and I was like, I'm gonna get an not an accounting book. I'm gonna get an economy book, an economics book. So boring. Like, go to get that book. All of a sudden, I feel the guidance, turn around, I look up. There's a book. I'm gonna get it. Here it is. Unlikable female characters. Okay? I picked this up. And I'm like, I don't really want to be like toxic in the culture and like feminist and like all these things. Okay? Like, I don't really want to, like, put my mind in that frame of mind that, like, hates men and all this shit. This was my projection onto this, right? I start picking this. I finish it in a day. No, I'm kidding. I read one of the chapters. It was called The Crazy Woman. That archetype came through, and that was the day I integrated the Crazy Woman. The amount of power and release that came from that. Next level. Oh, it was like, look at my body. I'm like, oh my god, I'm shook. Like, I'm shook to my core. That's how much it brought out the mirror within me. And all the hidden, unconscious woman parts in the psyche. And it was like, each day I read one that I knew I was ready to be looked at within myself. That I was ready to take it on. And so the first one was The Crazy Woman, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so seen, understood. And through I had that moment, and then through my session with myself, right, my pleasure session, my desire session, that's what I call it. It's, you know the word, with myself. And oh, did I integrate her? Oh my god, the releases, the understanding, it was just everything. It was such a healing. And then I followed up with that. Then the next day I did The Angry Woman. Such a hard healing. I'm gonna cry. The anger. You know, I was on my walk I was on a little hike. And I had anger still in my body. It just wouldn't get released, and I just couldn't understand why. And I realized, just women are not allowed to be fucking angry. Holy shit. And I read a little bit of this book, and all of a sudden, it was ready to come up. And it came the fuck up. The amount of anger that came up. This was a woman energy that was from all the years of injustice that she has faced. And the screaming and the fuck you, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I think YouTube's sensitive with this stuff. And the yelling and the immense rage and destructive anger that came from me. And it was like crippling to my male ego. And I'm referring to this as a psyche part, he was not able to face this aspect of me through my life. And I'm referring to like men in my life, like my brother, my father, these moments in my life where anger was so justified and necessary for the treatment, or something that was said, or just different things that happened to me just because I'm a woman and I have a woman body. And the amount, oh my god, it feels so good to share and be honest. The unjust for comments and things said about my body as a child, and different things that were so unsawn, but my body remembered that shit. My nervous system remembered that shit. And so, when it was ready to come up, it did. And it did, and it came up so hard. And she fucking screamed her brains out to the point where my throat is so sore. I went to the Med Express this morning thinking I had streptococcus, and I didn't. It was just a sore throat. And still is pretty sore, so you know. But did it feel great? Oh my god. And did I learn her? Did I meet her with loving grace? Absolutely. And that archetype was able to come out from the unconscious and be fully looked at and healed. Beautiful. The next day, the train wreck. One of my favorite archetypes ever. Oh my god. And this was the root of my control issues. I was like, oh my god. I held you. I found it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm somebody that struggles with control. I have a very controlling mother. I have, you know, a controlling tendency in myself. I feel this tension in my head when control is being lifted up, like, into the surface, and it squeezes into my forehead. And I could not get why. All of a sudden, God's like, bop, 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 read this, read that, bop, 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 oh, okay. He's just like, read Trainwreck, okay? So then I read the Trainwreck chapter. And Trainwreck it was! Like, she came up out of the fucking blue and undid my control like that. Like that. And was so much of my personality able to come alive. Hell yeah. Because what is the train wreck? The worst possible thing for a woman to possibly be. Like, a woman that's like so crazy and wild and like gets nowhere in life and like has no job and has no money and lives with mommy and just does wild things like drugs and parties and like doesn't care and is just like YOLO. And that bitch has so much energy in her and inertia that without her activation, you can't reach your full potential. She is the full potential. She is the opposite side. So you want to keep going and being all disciplined and shit and like hard AF and like meditate, write, read. She will come up now and release you, baby. She's a powerhouse. Such a cool archetype that gets no credit because she's hated by the culture. So this is like such a great book that I really recommend. And like, I've read some woman books that have done this. I read books and movies and shows that activate like portals, and this is one of those things. This is one of those things. And I really believe that if you have not done any inner work or nervous system healing, this won't make sense to you. It only makes sense to you when you go on that inner journey and you want to heal the woman stuff. Because the woman stuff is part of the psyche, even though you're not the psyche, and you'll, you know, come to terms with that, you're still in this flesh. This is the flesh that holds the woman trauma. This is the flesh that holds the ancestral trauma. This is the flesh that has the bloodline trauma from the woman all the years a bit below you that couldn't get successful because of the culture they lived in, because of the patriarchy they lived in, because of the way they had to be in order to survive, the roles they had to adapt in order to survive. Those freaking roles are ingrained in your psyche and your bloodline, and unless you undo it and decode yourself through your nervous system healing, bada bing bada boom, They ain't gonna let you get him. Not gonna let you get successful. That's too scary. They ain't gonna let you have money to live free and independent and not have to be controlled by nobody. That's too scary. But it's exactly what is going to heal. You don't fight the patriarchy by fighting them physically, screaming at them, going insane. I mean, been there, done it. But how do you fight? How do you undo toxic programming that is both toxic for men and women? It's very toxic for men and women. It was ingrained in men by women growing up. Like, this is how we teach our sons, whatever. My point of it is saying the only way to undo it is to get fucking rich and rise above it, bitch. Like, fucking step into your life purpose, do your inner work, undo your nervous system crap, make $1 million, get the fucking house, get the money coming in. Like, I'm like all these rapper bitches right now, holy shit. And I use the word bitches as an empowerment term, okay? I don't like when guys use the word bitches, okay? It's very belittling, and I always speak my opinion about it if I hear it, so let me just be honest. That's the case. And so, what do you need to do, bitch? You know what you need, you know what you need to do. You need to regulate and heal and do your work. Do your inner work. And stop hiding. Stop hiding. Come out. Ask for help. Learn. Call in guides. Call in spirit. Call in for the right mentors and people to meet you in your life. Because I don't know where I would be without these women. I don't know where I would be without these women that I have found online, that have empowered me to be my best fucking self. That I watched these women as I grew up and I said, I have a possibility to be like them. So why would I want anything less? These women are our founding women that give us a chance, that give us the belief in ourselves, that open the possibility, that open our mind, that pull us in the direction of our desires and everything we deserve. So spicy. I can absolutely handle your desire. I can absolutely handle your power. I can absolutely handle your truth. I can absolutely handle your liberation, and I can absolutely handle your ecstasy and the feelings of sensory love that you get to have because you are just so open and able to be held in that openness and full expansion. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, men, that have helped me too. Let's not forget about the men. I'm gonna do a really quick point because the men on my journey, the men mentors, like, they heal my masculine energy. They heal my masculine. They're so safe. They're so hot. Some of them are so hot, but some of them are just so structured and like, you know what this looks like. Alright, on that note, I am going to read the next section, which is the slut. And that just reminded me of something I don't even know. Either way, it was great. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. This was such a fun video to film. I really hope this is the medicine you needed to hear in order to step into your next life experience and purpose and quantum. I love that fucking word. Oh my god, I put on a video for quantum for like 3 minutes and I was up all night contemplating the quantum leaps, and I was just like all up in that philosophy, all up in that pioneer shit, all up in that intellect. My mind was coming up with shit that I was like, whoa, how are you so fucking intelligent, capable, like, it's all that unknowing. When you could just admit you don't know a thing, Wow. Power. The Book of Not... Yeah, The Book of Not Knowing is what it's called. Peter Ralston, another king. Such a healing king, for sure. These men are healers. These women are healers. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.